A crucial battleground state in this presidential election is Michigan. More than 1 million people have already cast their ballots in early voting in that state. Our first guest is overseeing that election and battling the growing misinformation surrounding it. Michigan's Democratic Secretary of State Jocelyn Benson with me now. Nice to have you here with us. There was a lot going on the Twitter, or X as it's now known, between you and Elon Musk over the weekend. So I just want to tell the folks at home, this is going to take me a minute, but I think it's important that we lay all of this out for our viewers. So you were firing back at him after he questioned the integrity of your voter rolls and said that there were more voters than citizens in the state. You posted, "Let's be clear, Elon Musk is spreading dangerous disinformation." Then you went on to break down the numbers, showing that he's pushing this misleading number, which includes 1.2 million inactive records slated for removal in accordance with the law, ending with "Don't feed the trolls." Musk then fired back, writing, "Shame on you, blatantly lying to the public," saying you only plan to remove those ineligible voters after the elections. And that's why he says there are far more people registered to vote than there are eligible voters. We can't forget, of course, that Elon Musk now owns X with some 200 million followers. The fact that all of this is playing out and that he is continuing to push this disinformation, how concerning is that to you ahead of the election?
It's very concerning, in part because, this is a significant platform, and gosh, I wish that folks with such large platforms such as his would use it to spread accurate information about our elections. I understand the nuances and the challenges of doing that, but if you have enough time to Google me and look up my middle name, which he clearly did, you should be able to find out the facts of our elections and post those as well. In my view, I'm going to just keep working to make sure citizens know that our elections are secure, that we ID every voter, that we vote on paper ballots, and that we have many layers in place to ensure our results will be accurate.
You've noted that you believe there are foreign bad actors trying to undermine confidence in the election. To your point of finding the facts on it, can you elaborate on that? What specifically, what are you seeing, is what I should say?
Well, I think it's important to note that this is really the election of all the ones I've seen where you have foreign adversaries in Russia, in Iran, and in China with a very clear incentive. The outcome of this presidential election directly affects a lot of their domestic affairs. And so given that, we should not be surprised that intelligence suggests we have potential for foreign interference. And when it comes, it won't necessarily come through attacking the hardware of our system, because things like our machines and the like are very secure. It will come through trying to confuse citizens and create chaos in an effort to disengage and to divide and to deceive folks about the integrity of our process and the validity of their vote. In this, though, the truth continues to be on our side. What we really need are all American citizens to be critical consumers of information in this moment, help us break through the noise, and ensure facts rule the day.
So how do you deal with then, say, actors at home, right? You have Elon Musk over the weekend or in recent campaign events bringing back these debunked claims when it comes to certain voting machines. When that is out there, how do you debunk that?
Well, again, it comes back to the strength of the citizens to know the truth and to know where to get accurate sources of information. We've set up a website in Michigan, michigan.gov/election facts. That's where we actually take on and address with facts and the law every conspiracy theory out there so that people can know the truth. In every state, there are election officials who serve as those trusted voices at the state and local level. And I really encourage citizens to get your facts and information about elections from those professionals who don't have a political agenda that they're pushing, as opposed to individuals who very clearly have an agenda and don't have citizens' best interest or the truth in mind.
The former president and a number of his supporters have been working since the last election, effectively laying a groundwork, saying in many cases, if Donald Trump doesn't win, then this election was somehow rigged. There's now a nonpartisan poll by PRRI, which shows that 1 in 5 Republicans want Donald Trump to say the election is invalid if, in fact, he loses. How have you been preparing for that moment in Michigan?
Well, first, I think it's important for everyone to remember that candidates do not get to choose who wins elections. Voters do. And our job as election officials will be able to make sure that no matter who the citizens of our states support and vote for, that that's who ultimately rules the day. And so candidates, and this particular candidate has a track record of saying a lot of things that turn out to be inaccurate. So I would again encourage citizens to know that the votes of citizens determine who wins elections, and call on every leader in this country to stand by the will of the people, whatever it may be, even if you disagree with it.
Real quickly, the conversation has been, look, don't expect to know who won the election on Election Day, but you have said that your state will have everything certified certified, ready to go the day after November 6th. Do you still stand by that?
We are on track based on our hardworking election officials and machines and voters to make sure that unofficial results in our state will be ready by the close of day on Wednesday. It's the same time they were available after the 2020 election, so we predict the same could unfold again. But we'll be there to make sure accuracy and security is prioritized over efficiency. And from the minute the polls close till we have those unofficial results, we'll make sure the public knows exactly where we are in the process and why.
Michigan Secretary of State Jocelyn Benson, good to have you with us this morning. Thank you.
Thanks for having me.